I appear to have activated some sort of context-sensitive menu. I should select the appropriate option, illustrated by these exquisite icons. Why, the humble paperclip, a staple of any adventure gamer's inventory. No doubt you'll soon be broken and forced into a situation you'll find uncomfortable. The story of many a man. The paperclip, the adventure gamer's staple. There's been a slight infestation. The lower decks are on lockdown. Mild green washing up liquid. It's a popular household brand of washing up liquid. What are your prime directives? I don't suppose you've kept in touch with Matilda or any of the other house robots? Ha! Remember that time you fell foul to a case of mistaken identity at Mos Eisley? Was Vista as bad for you as it was for the rest of us? You know, we have a lot in common. In the movies, the evil villain always ends up being the supercomputer or Alan Rickman. Cup of cha? Gosh, I would have thought that was a good idea. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. One day it became self-aware. The next it was writing the script for an adventure game. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. It's an inconspicuous economy toaster. Made in China, along with what you're holding right now. Toasts a slice of bread in the time it takes to boil an egg, which is really quite convenient. I am feeling rather peckish.
Ah! 你個死英國佬，我鎖開你隻手咯喎！
That settled it. I'm going gluten-free when I get back to Old Blighty. The upholstery is made from genuine organic polyester. Why stand when you can sit? Why try figuring something out when you can just read the wiki? Oh, terribly sorry. I appear to have given you my cup.
What? But that's disgusting. It's got your saliva over it and everything. That is totally against health and safety.
I think you're overreacting.
It's got your saliva on it, but it's like we've been kissing. That is like sexual harassment as well.
Well, Sub-Lieutenant Jones, if you feel you've been wronged, I can direct you toward the relevant forms. They're quite straightforward. No more difficult than an Arts Council grant application. Should only take you a few days to fill out.
The bureaucracy has put me off the notion. Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful. Ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident.
I don't really have anywhere to set this. You won't take over the controls from it until I finish. Wouldn't want to spill anything over these expensive electronics.
But of course! Why, if such a thing were to happen, we'd have a real puzzle on our hands.
Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes?
Venting reserve oxygen supply. Life support systems offline. Commencing cabin deep primary starter fuel cell jettisoned. Flight safe mode disabled.
No. Right.
Opening rear cargo doors.
Careful, boyo. Keep it steady.
Daisy.
Daisy, give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! I told you to keep it steady.
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea. It's a new packet of batteries, full of potential. The packaging claims they're the ideal size for a host of handheld consumer electronics. And as we all know, packaging seldom lies. It'd be terribly brutish for one to resort to force to open this door. I'm sure I'll be able to find a solution, lest I become unhinged.
Have you found something to replace the controls you broke yet?
If I do that, I'll have to go on a course. I like the chap, but not in that way. That sort of stuff isn't tolerated in the workplace. We don't share that kind of relationship. Unfortunately, dairy is one of 3 things Sub-Lieutenant Jones is allergic to. The other 2 being early starts and manual labor. On a more positive note, it would appear my bone density has remained unaffected. It's just like exercising at the gym, albeit without the judgment of others. You have to admire the build quality. Mind you, servicing probably costs a few bob. Its previous owner was an Italian plumber. Before that, it was Sonic's screwdriver. I don't suppose you'd have any use for this premium German motorized screwdriver?
Ah, cheers, Bert.
Sub-Lieutenant Jones! What are you doing?
Relax, Bert.
Relax! Do you have any idea how expensive parts and servicing are for that thing?
Look, I have an idea.
I'm sorry, I presumed that was the motor I could smell burning.
Look, we can replace the motor in the Beagle with the motor in this screwdriver. It's probably more reliable than our own spares anyway.
Great thinking, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Why? It's intuitive thinking like that that won us the war.
Of independence?
No, the other ones. Oh, gosh, I didn't realize we had full damage switched on. Right. Well, we'll have to go down and salvage the rover. It'll look very embarrassing if we lose another one of these. Set us down. What the devil? Sub-Lieutenant Jones, quickly! We've been outmaneuvered! Someone's got here before us! We need to find out who that jolly well is and eject them from Her Majesty's New World post-haste. Set us down!
That government technology grant didn't go far. Still, better this than the funding being wasted on some inane computer game. Best see if anything can be salvaged.
Preserved thanks to the tireless efforts of hipsters from all corners of Shoreditch. The biggest floor filler since concrete. The technology predates most Brexit supporters by at least 40 years. Now that's what I call music. Music, the language of the soul, transcending national, cultural and animal barriers. Double-sided to keep everyone satisfied. He's a happy chap. There's a real spring in his step.
If my moderately racist grandparents have taught me anything, it's that this should work. They're not biting. Perhaps I need to make my offer more appetizing. If my moderately racist grandparents have taught me anything, it's that this should work. Qu'est-ce que c'est l'aesthetically unremarkable block of pale anglais fromage? Mon Dieu, Pierre, remove this banal excuse for cuisine for my presence. Gosh, I had high hopes for that little chap. Oh well, as my mother would say, plenty more frogs in the biological science testing facility. Maybe I should delegate some of this legwork to Sub-Lieutenant Jones. I'm sure he's as keen as the rest of us to see the end of this. Don't be fooled by the rocks I've got. I'm still Francis Best hold on to my weighted companion. If I'm unable to find a solution to our current dilemma, I can always use this rock to vent my frustration on something brittle belonging to Alad.